Good morning, kindergarten. This is for group Unstoppable Group. Keep turning your math books to page 279. Turn your math books to page 279. Now, as you look at number one, it wants us to match the temperature with the weather conditions. So we have 74 degrees, 28 degrees, and 55 degrees. Those are the temperatures on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, you have three different pictures. So we're going to work on the first one together. So the first picture, you see a picture of a boy outside. Don't looks like a frisbee to a dog, and the boy has on shorts. So from looking at that, now is it from that picture, is it cold outside or hot outside? Now, would you wear shorts in cold weather or warm weather? It will be warm weather. So the first degree where it says 74 degrees, you'll draw that line for 74 degrees to that picture of the boy throwing the frisbee to the dog. And we're going to work on one more. So the next degrees, we're going to try to find 28 degrees. Now 28 degrees, the number 28 is very, very cold. That's when you need a winter coat, a hat, gloves, scarf. You need all that to go outside. Now looking at the next picture you see a picture of two people. They're sharing ice cream. Now, would you eat ice cream in 28 degrees weather? I know some people do, but we usually don't. No, you usually wouldn't eat ice cream. Some people eat ice cream all day around, but they usually would not eat ice cream in 28-degree weather. Now look at the next picture of the two girls building a snowman. And notice they have hats on, they have gloves, and they have a coat and scarf. Now that is 28 degrees. So you draw the line from 28 to the very last picture of the snowman. And then for the next 55, you basically have to find out what picture that matches to that typical weather condition. But let's move on to number two. We have to match the coins with the numbers. So over here you have 90 cent, 50 cent, $1.75. And on the other side you have 3 quarters, 2 half dollars, 10 nickels, and 9 dimes. So you have to match. We're gonna do the first two together. 90 cent. Now 90 cent, would that be equal to 3 quarters? It was a quarter's worth 25 cents. And 3 quarters, that would be 75, so that wouldn't match. 2 half dollars, that's $1. That's not right. Let's look at 9 dimes. So a dime is worth 10 cents. And we have 9 of them. So that would be 90 cents. Alright, and let's look at the next one that we do have here. Let's look at 50 cents. Let's look at 50 cents. Now, let's go back up. Let's see. Like I said, 3 quarters, that's 75. Let's look at 10 nickels. Remember, a nickel is worth 5 cents. So, if you count them by 5, 10 times, that should give you 50. So, you draw that line there. So, the other two, you have to figure out $1. Is that 3 quarters and 2 half dollars? Match. And the last one, 75 cents. Is that 3 quarters or 2 half dollars? But let's look at number 3. Look at number 3, we're adding 32 plus 45 plus 21. So remember, we start in ones place. Let's start 2 plus 5. What is 2 plus 5? 2 plus 5 is 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. Now what is 7 plus 1? What is 7 plus 1? That is 8. 8 there. Over to the side. So what is 3 plus 4? What is 3 plus 4? That's 7. Now what is 7 plus 2? That is 9. So 32 plus 45 plus 21. The answer, the total is 98. That's how you solve a problem for number 3. Let's flip the page over to 280. Okay, look at number 1. You're writing backwards from 100 to 10. So you're basically counting backwards by 10. Very simple. So you start at 100. Don't start at 10. You start at 100 and you count backwards. So 100. 90 is next. 80. So we have 100, 90, 80. What comes next? We're just going to work in the first row. 70. Great job. So what's the last one we're going to work on? At 100, 90, 80, 70, 60. Great job. So you're going to fill out the rest, but that's how you count backwards, starting by 10 for the first row. 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, and you finish that one out. Let's look at number 2. Number 2, you simply have to listen as your teacher reads you the story problems. You're going to mark the bubble under the fact that it's not needed. The fact that it's not needed. So we're going to work on number 8 together. Excuse me. So it says 6 bees and 3 flies were buzzing around a lemon tree. 3 more bees came to join them. How many bees were there altogether? Mark the space on the fact that it's not needed. Of course, I'm going to read it again. 6 bees and 3 flies were buzzing around a lemon tree. So we have 6 bees and 3 flies. Next sentence. 3 more bees came to join them. So far, we have 6 bees and 3 flies that were buzzing around a lemon tree. Now 3 more bees came to join them. How many bees were all together? So notice this question is asking you about the bees. But notice here, I read a story so far about the 6 bees and 3 flies. I read about the bees and the flies. So what is not needed? If it's asking you how many bees were there all together, notice I mentioned bees and flies. Which statement is not needed? Are we bubbling in the 6 bees? Are we bubbling in 3 flies? Or are we bubbling in 3 bees? Which fact is not needed? Let's look at letter B. The family was playing miniature golf. Mom had 4 holes in one. Dad made 6 holes in one. Alex made 2 holes in one. How many more holes in one did Dad make than Alex? Mark the space on the fact that's not needed. I'm going to read it again. The family was playing miniature golf. Mom had 4 holes in one. Dad made 6 holes in one. And Alex made 2 holes in one. How many more holes in one did Dad make than Alex? So it's actually which fact is not needed. Notice we are reading about Mom, Dad, and Alex. That's the 3 people we read about. But the question only asks you how many more holes in one did Dad make more than Alex. So the question only asks you about Dad and Alex. Notice I mentioned Mom. So what fact is not needed? Is it the Mom's 4 holes in one, Dad's 6 holes in one, or Alex's 2 holes in one? Which fact is not needed? So as we look at 3, I want you to set the minute hands to the time that your teacher says. So let's look at letter A. Letter A, the hour hand is on 4. Now, the time has to be 4:30. So for letter A, 4:30. So what number are you putting the minute hand in to make it 4:30? As we move to letter B, you need to make the time 3:25. 3:25. So notice the hour hand is on 3. What should the minute hand be on for 3:25? I'm sorry, let's take a step and look back at letter B. I'm sorry, I had the wrong time. Please forgive me, Mr. Code. So, I'm sorry, it should be 5:15. That's corrected. 5:15. So the hour hand is on 5. What should the minute hand be on to make 15 for 5:15? Looking at letter C, the time has to be 6:05. Notice the hour hand is on 6. Now what should we draw the minute hand to make it 05? To make it the correct time, 6:05. And then the last time we have is 11:50. Notice the hour hand is 11. But what should you draw the minute hand to make it 50? Because we're looking for 11:50. And as we move on to number 4, you are marking a bubble under the fact this does not belong. So we're going to do letter A together. Notice the first fact we have is 3 plus 4 equals 7. Next, 7 minus 3 equals 4. And then 2 plus 5 equals 7. And then 7 minus 4 equals 3. Notice 3 of these have the same numbers in common. Take a look. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 3, 4, and 7. 7 minus 3 equals 4. 7, 3, 4. And then 7, 4, 3. So the common numbers you see are 3, 4, and 7. They might be in different arrangements, but they are the same numbers you're using. Notice none of these problems have a 2 or 5. So that's the fact that you're bubbling in. So when you're looking at letter B, make sure you look at each fact and bubble in the one that does not belong.